Hello, everybody. This is Angel Arts, and welcome to session number 10 of the Ready Persona 1 tabletop campaign. We have finally hit double digits, which is very exciting. And as you can see, at least as of the recording of this particular video, we are in the midst of the holidays. So some of us decided to get really festive. Joey apparently is always in the holiday Christmas spirit. Why is that, Joey?
It's because I have the color theme permanently. Red, white, red, white.
Red and white, red and white, yes.
I'm a living Santa Claus.
Yes. And Sage should be here later on. So we'll see him hopefully very soon. So to kick things off, let us go ahead and do our warm-up question. I thought in the spirit of the holidays, I would ask what I would probably think would be a fun question to ask. And it is fairly open-ended. As a gift to my players, they can answer this for as many characters as they want. So the question is, if you were to hypothetically, you as in your real life characters, were to hypothetically give one of the other PC or NPC real life characters a gift for the holidays, what gift would that be? And not only will each player be able to answer that for as many characters as they want, each player will also be given the ability to ask me one NPC apiece to answer that question.
Okay.
So, of course, it would be his kids. First off, it would be his son, and I think we have brought this up, but I think I wrote down that his son's like a sports fan. And so he would probably try to find some way to get like a signed football from like one of his favorite players. Gabriel wouldn't know like what football really entails, but like he likes this guy. Let me try to see if I can get a sign. For his daughter, probably some really cool fabric for her to sew, because she likes sewing and things. So probably some fun stuff for her to work with. He would get one for the whole gang. So for Cade, he would get Cade like a children's mini golem kit. Build your own house golem.
That's cute.
For Ave, I think you would do like kind of two gifts. One would be like a very professional gift, like, hey, I got you some interviews or stuff from other places I've talked with. And the other one would be like a more joke gift, like, here's a child's magic set.
Wait, you're gifting him a child? What?
No, a child's magic set.
Oh, child's magic set. He's like, here's a child. I was like, oh. Thank you.
We flew to Africa to get you this child.
No, just basically, one would be a very professional gift, the other one would be like, here, play some magic tricks as a joke. And then for Rest, I think it would be a big one, because I think he would basically give for Rest his whole orchestra just new shiny new instruments.
Oh, wow.
The whole orchestra?
The whole orchestra? Wow.
That's a lot.
Damn. Instruments ain't cheap.
Gabe's rich.
He is rich. Yeah,
he's a billionaire. He can spend that.
He is the Bruce Wayne of Yes.
Everyone's like, oh, thank you. And Gabe looks at for us and goes, and this is for you.
Wow.
It's like a game show.
Okay.
How do we top that? Okay.
For Rest, I think I'm going to stick with the 4 main NPCs and then my 2 NPCs. For Ave, I think I would get him... Have you ever been to like a mall or something and they have these glass menageries and there's a picture inside of it?
Yes.
I would get him a picture of like just his family and like have that glass menagerie and have there be an inscription that just kind of talks about like for remembering the good times, because those were there too.
Okay.
For Gabriel, it's kind of hard because you already have so much, you know. You can go out and purchase an entire orchestra. But that one's gonna be tough. I'll come back around to you. For Seymour,
Yes.
I'd probably get him a few reservations at a place of some sort, like a concert hall or theater or something, and not as a watcher, but as a performer, and just kind of write on the ticket or whatever, "You got this. You're sensational."
Oh, that's not so cute.
Assuming that there's no terrible blood between us anymore for Viridian.
Hmm.
It'd probably be like a one-off joke of like catnip or something, and it's just, "Here you go, you klepto." And it's like, honestly, I probably would get Gabriel like something for like to do with his kids, like as a family junction.
Okay.
Like maybe purchase him some tickets, or just let him do the LARPing on the farm for free this year or something.
Assuming that it isn't taken over by Live in La Vida.
Assuming.
Yeah.
We'll get to that, hopefully. Then Chrono. I was going to get him a knife, and before you have any like, "Oh no," it would be a chef knife. It would be like one of those really fancy. What are those called? They're like handcrafted from Japan and sent over.
I know what you're talking. Yeah, I know what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
One of
Yes.
those, and
Those
like
are nice.
its box would have an inscription of like, "Tool or a weapon, it's still a passion."
I like that. That's pretty cool.
Cutting some meat every single time. If it's alive or
Either
dead,
way,
who
you're
knows?
gonna be cutting something.
Hobby is a hobby. For Ave, so for Gabe, he'll probably do something merch-wise regarding Angel Nectar, because yeah,
Mhm.
why not? Just some crazy ass poster from the first years of Angel Nectar, like these, like you can do the original stuff from Coca-Cola, did that from Angel Nectar. For rests, I'm thinking of like this very cool dragon miniature, because dragons are cool. And then for Kate, it would probably be just a toy little minotaur. Just this fluffy little minotaur. So he has his little minion. Then outside the party, I'm thinking family-wise, since these holiday periods can be very commercial. So I'm kind of envisioning that his family didn't really do that much in these periods. Instead, it was very busy for selling stuff and merchandising and all that non-family stuff. So instead, he only really started to get into this festive stuff as soon as he left his family. So I think Ave was kind of adopted by Thomas's family, and since there's so many of them, what I'm envisioning is like what we do at home is a lottery system. So we pick a lot which has a name of someone from the group, and then everyone buys one gift for the other that they've pulled. So everyone gets one gift from a random person,
Secret
which is
Santa.
really fun. Yeah, Secret Santa. So it's just really fun. So I'm envisioning something like that would happen, and then whoever he pulls, and just figure it out on the spot. But yeah, since that family is so large, I can't really envision what exactly you would give. It'd be something small, just like small, fun little gifts.
You mentioned you were going to get Forrest a miniature, so are you gonna ask Rook to carve it for you?
Well,
Too soon?
Too soon. Too soon.
You
Maybe
evil,
in
evil
session
man.
20, huh?
Okay.
He can do it from his jail cell. Don't worry.
I mean, so far he's at large. He's still, he's still out there somewhere. Are you going to gift Rook some loose ends to tie? Is that what you're gonna be gifting him?
Leave some handcuffs.
Some handcuffs?
I think Kate would be kind of a bad gift giver,
Perfect.
but not for lack of trying.
That's
It-
perfect.
He would always kind of aim it wrong.
I love bad
guessing.
gift givers.
I'm a bad gift giver in real life. I understand that pain.
I think he'd probably try and give Gabe like a Minotaur, like he'd try and, do like a little Minotaur bot. I think for For rest, he would want to cook the apple dumplings, I'm guessing.
Nice.
For Ave, I think maybe like a magic kit is the first thing that popped in my head.
So I'm getting two.
He's getting two of them then.
Oh, cool. As far as NPCs, I think Viridian stands out as someone he'd want to give a gift to, and I think for her, he'd probably give her some of his technology that he uses to infiltrate.
Of course.
For Dr. Janice, I think he would get her like tickets to a play, maybe, or tickets to like a little
Aw.
music show or something like that.
That's nice. That's cute. Yeah, so again, you all can ask me that same question for any NPC that you'd like a piece.
Rook.
Rook.
Oh.
Yeah, that's an interesting one because right now, like, he's not
Mhm.
quite.
Bah humbug.
Yeah.
He's gonna give us
I
all a
don't
little
think-
figurine.
Are we gonna make him visit by 3 ghosts? Is that what's gonna happen? I can actually loosen some of that stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like Rook would be very salty about his last encounter with his brother. So I'm questioning whether or not he would actually give him anything this year to begin with.
Mhm.
So, like, I think what he would probably do at minimum is he would send his nature friends to just drop something at Abe's apartment because he doesn't necessarily know that he's living with Gabe right now, but just without any message or anything, no note, no message, like a birdwatcher's handbook or something
Mhm.
that actually talked about the different species and like where you would find them and what their behaviors are, which probably would be helpful to you if you were trying to, befriend certain birds and try to get on their good side. Just like, oh, this one really likes this kind of seed or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe something along those lines. And just assume that you would just know who it was from without leaving any note. And then the only other person that he really would have given a gift to anyone, because I was gonna say he does have a lot of things in common with Cade, but I don't know if they ever had really like a chance to bond. So he probably wouldn't give him a holiday. So unfortunately, I can't really give any other answers other than that with Rook, honestly. But the rest, the two of you can give me another character.
I'd like to know about Stahl and Steel.
Stop.
With the Steel family.
Yeah. So Stalin Steel, without revealing too much, because there actually is a few things going on with his family dynamics that hasn't been touched on yet.
Oh no.
For
is he divorcing?
his, I didn't say that. I only said that there's some things going on. Why did you all automatically
Christmas
jump to
tree.
divorce? Why did you jump?
No Christmas tree, no.
I've been.
I was
through
gonna
3
say
divorces,
for his
so-
wife, he probably would try to do something. He's not like the most. I don't think it's not that he doesn't appreciate like romance. I just feel like he's very awkward with it. Like he doesn't really know how to romance as well, and maybe that's why Stella Steele like found appealing about him is that even when he was courting her, he was kind of bumbling. Like you've got this tough guy who's just kind of bumbling, trying to like woo her. So I think he would have an attempt to set up this extravagant, like romantic getaway at like a bed and breakfast or something, with the full thing where you've got rose petals like on the bed, and there's gonna be like a massage, like a couple's massage or stuff like that. All of this, I'm sure he asked his kids for advice on.
That's the thing you do.
So that's probably would be what he would get his wife, and then for his kids, I mean, something that would help, like a, I'm not sure what the right word would be, but like take care of your bagpipes kit, something like bagpipes cleaning kit, if such a thing was a thing. I'm sure that probably is. So that would probably go to Jacob, and then for his daughter, Jennifer Steele, she really likes, I think we established that she really loves spicy food. So I think he would like get her a nice like set of spices and hot sauce. I think that's probably what he would get her.
I'm thinking about him giving her pepper spray against Gate.
Maybe that too. Maybe speaking of spice, here's some pepper. Yes, pepper spray. Speaking of which,
A little bit of spice and everything nice.
and everything nice. Yes. All right, how about you, Ethan? Who do you want me to answer that question for?
I'm stuck between Nathaniel and Viridian. I think I'm gonna go with Viridian.
Her first knee-jerk reaction would be to steal something for you, but she figured that probably would not go over very well.
Oh, she figured that?
Let me get to you later, because I want to start with Cade. For Cade, she would probably get him, like, the packets to make. I think it was gray stuff with brown sauce. Like she would figure out what the heck that was made of and just give him the ingredients for that. That would be for Cade. And then for Forrest, probably something that's baking related. She would get you one of those like aprons that looked like a conductor's suit printed on it, but it's like really gaudy. Yeah, I would say like a gaudy version of that would be
like
cool. But
ugly Christmas sweater version.
like an ugly Christmas sweater version of a conductor.
Or it's just an apron that's stolen from Gabe's house. I've seen that apron before somewhere.
She was already there too.
Maybe that might be the thing too. Maybe she'll return. I wouldn't say all of them, but like maybe 20% of the things that she stole from Gabe and just throw it into the pile. Here.
The stuff she kept herself. She's like, oh, this is actually too nice to sell.
Yeah. Or she already sold it. The other 20% she couldn't get anybody to buy it. She couldn't get it. Nobody wanted it, so she gave it back. Okay. What's all this angel nectar? Why is all this angel nectar on mine?
Gabe's the only one that buys it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Would Viridian give Abe a discount on his next gun purchase?
No.
I think that if he was a common enough customer, he's only made one purchase.
Yeah.
So maybe if he comes back a few times, then she'll start,
Work in progress.
Right. So she's got a business to run. She has to think
Obviously.
about it. You understand. You're from a business family. You understand. Okay.
As far as NPCs, I want to hear about. Dude, I have such a fixation, but it's the truth every time it comes up. Dr. Kemper.
What, Dr. Kemper?
It's
hard because like I don't know if Dr. Kemper would give any PC or NPC. He does. The only person he remotely has a relationship with that you all know is Dr. Janice, and he has a business relationship with Necromagus. So I guess if you really want Dr. Kemper, if you were to give a present to Janice, he would actually just give her an apple tree, honestly. Like I think he would know that her orchard was, sold off and taken over. So I think that would be a really sweet gesture. Whatever apple is one of her favorites, he would gift her that as a treat. And if you want to make it canon that at some point during your downtime you exchange gifts for the holidays, you're welcome to assume that. So sure, you can have. So if you want to have that knife with the engraving on it, so be it. You have it in your inventory now.
I like that. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. And the golem kit and everything else that you would have given everyone. So
get baking supplies.
Ooh, every Japanese knife needs a name, so give me. Continue going, but I'm going to name it
Sashikawa or something. I don't know, something cool like that. So I guess for us that means your orchestra has brand new instruments now. All of a sudden, that's kind of cool.
I feel like his boss, the orc man's also gonna be like, "What did you steal?"
So everybody now can draw from their primary arcana before I forget.
all right.
Is that The
ma-
magician
the
again?
Magician, what the
No!
heck?
Stop it!
How many times?
No!
I need to take a
Joey,
count. We need a
stop.
count. I need to get a count of how many times people have drawn the
Magician
magician.
counter.
Always getting the magician.
I think it's close to the tens now. I think we've hit
I
almost
think
10.
I think so
Mhm.
too. It's like it's almost every single session somebody gets a
It's
magician.
ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
I think we've had this one before, but I have strength.
Right. Yes, we have. I think that's Stalin.
Stalin,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes. And death.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
You got Nathaniel.
Bad one.
So that is a +2 for Nathaniel Bosk if you run into him today. But otherwise, I can give you. I am banking bad luck
Mhm.
3 times, and I will try to get those out quickly so that you can draw another card
Mhm.
to replace that. That'll be interesting today. Let us begin.
Gabe wants to go to his kids because they're kind of like eating, or at least right after they eat, and he's kind of like, "Hey, can I talk to you two?"
Sure, Dad. You're talking to both Angie and Raphael, he says.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
Basically, right after they both got finished.
Yeah, I mean, then maybe they're there with now their mom and their stepdad and their mom. So sure, they'll excuse themselves afterwards.
Alright.
I'm gonna just say Angie looks very like uneased, but she'll just come in and she'll have her arms folded casually, and Raph seems oblivious to anything.
He kind of, he probably takes him to like his office, and he's like, "So I'm sorry, this is all probably getting in the way of any plans you kind of had, but I'm kind of working on it."
The kids are just uncomfortably like shifting a little bit, and they're just. I mean, they don't really respond to that. It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, and he's kind of like, "I also have something I gotta confess."
When were you gonna tell us, Dad? Is what Angie says. She just intercepts you right there. What?
What's
Tell us what? Raphael asks.
The plan was to tell you from the start, but that's not how it ended up.
Raph just looks between you and Angie's just like looking at you, and Raph's like, "Tell us what? What are you talking about? What is he talking about?" He says, asking his sister. And Angie just kind of like raises her hand to you. You want to tell him, Dad, or should I tell him?
It's me, Loki. No, it's me, Odin.
What? Raph says, You're Odin?
Yeah, and he goes and he takes the old pictures that he's taken at the LARPing place, and he shows them, and they might not fully remember like he does. But remember, gun gear was made back then
Yeah.
as a thing, so he shows them and he goes, "Look."
He takes the photo, he looks at it, and then he says, "How did I not see it before?"
I don't know, and like I said, he takes like maybe like some like fake glasses or something, and he goes, puts it on, because remember Odin looked like Gabe
Right.
except for like with glasses.
You
Goodness.
the whole time? The whole time, Raph says. And you, how long did you know? And like Angie says, relax. I only knew just recently, like the last time that we were jumped onto the test server. And you didn't say anything to me? She was like, I wanted to see if Dad would eventually say something, because I don't know. I figured like that he figured that I caught on, right, Dad?
Yes, you were making several hints to that.
So why exactly does Mom know that you've been parading around pretending to be someone else?
someone else. Odin's has always been my character. If you told your mom who you were playing with, then she would have known. She doesn't know that I was playing with you, but she's always known that was my Vita character.
Why? Why didn't you tell us then? Roth asks.
Well, the initial plan was to meet with you and just straight up tell you who I was, or at least show you my face, which is why Odin's face is mine. But then I kind of got scared that you guys wouldn't want to spend time with me.
Were you like spying on us?
No, I just wanted to spend time with you guys. And
so you took advantage of your anonymity to spend time with us.
Yeah.
That's kind of low, Dad.
I know.
Really low.
I know. It's just by the time I was getting everything back to normal, we've already drifted apart, and any chance I really had of really just spending so much time with you guys just kind of became nothing. So I figured I would rather spend time with you and you not know it's me than not spending any time with you at all.
That just feels weird. Because I thought you were just some other kid, and turns out you were my dad the whole time.
Well, yeah.
I don't even know what to say, Ralph says.
I know. But I figured I had to tell you.
Is there anything else that you haven't told us? Is there anything else you've been lying to us about?
No. I mean,
is there a Mrs. Odin?
No. You think I went out and dated? No, I haven't even tried since the divorce.
Mom did. She moved on, Dad, Angie said.
Your mom had a head start, okay?
It's been a long time since you and Mom separated, Dad. A really long time.
I know. And the plan was to get back out there. The plan was to initially spend time with you guys first, and then go out and do this. You guys are about to be 18, and I know when you hit 18, you start your own life and family, and it's hard to repair what happened with your parents. I know. Man, I work at the same place as my dad. I only saw him yesterday.
But you spent time with us behind our backs.
I know. It's and there's a lot that's going on.
And what really annoys me, Angie says, is that it feels like the only reason you're telling us now is because you got caught.
No. I've always wanted to tell you guys. It's just I was always afraid that when I did, you wouldn't want to spend any more time with me or Odin. At
the end of the day, I'm not angry at you, Angie says. I'm not angry at you that you wanted to spend time with us, Dad. I'm angry at you because you lied. That's really what this is about.
I know.
Ruff says, I don't know, I'm angry about him about everything. Not just the fact that he lied.
Yeah. Just I'm not gonna tell you how to feel. I'm just telling you everything, why I did it, and it's up to you. Like I said, I'm sorry.
Ruff says, I don't believe this. I don't believe this. He starts to leave the room. I don't know if you're gonna stop him.
I got more I have to tell you. It's not like things that are kept secret. I just have to let you guys know what's happening.
What's happening?
People are starting to be possessed by other people's Vita characters, as you saw.
Yeah, that's weird, Angie says.
And, well, I don't know if that's going to happen to you guys. You guys were in the test servers too.
But so I get to turn into Loki sometimes, is what you're saying?
No, the bigger issue, or at least one of the issues, it's not your avatar you turn into, it's someone else's.
Oh, that's lame, Raph says.
Like, I don't have Odin. Cade has Odin. I have video footage of him turning into Odin.
That's actually pretty cool, Raph says.
And I have evidence that I might be possessed by the Knave of Diamonds.
That's really not funny, Dad, Raph says. That's really not funny.
I'm not joking. And he goes and plays the recording. And it sounds like they're talking the game, but what sounds like is the Knave of Diamonds coming out.
Dad, Raph says, it's like I don't even know you anymore.
You think I chose to be?
Have you tried not being the Knave of Diamonds? Have you?
Well, I've only done it once, and luckily he probably saved me from drinking some potion. If I drank that potion, I probably would have been in the hospital right now.
Of all of the Vita characters, it had to be that one.
Well, it's fine. We have his player here, Ave.
Wait, Ave is the what? I thought it was what?
Yeah. Who do you think he was?
I'm not gonna believe a word any of you say anything more. You all are just lying, all up and down. And Angie's like, Ruff, you're not exactly the most forthcoming person either.
Wait, who'd you thought he was?
I thought Abe was homeboy.
No, that's his friend Thomas. You know, remember when we went to the dry ride pie place? Yeah, he was one of the kids singing.
And all of the people that I ever looked up to were liars. Every one of you. See, this is why I messed up. This is why I grew up all messed up. I don't even know who to believe anymore. Is my mom actually my mom? I don't know.
Oh no, trust me, that is your mom.
Oh no.
I was there when you were born.
Oh. Angie says, anyway, so getting back to what you were saying, Dad, people are being possessed to turn into other people's avatars.
Yes.
But we're all superheroes, so what's wrong with that?
Well, one, they still think it's the game world, or it. So it's not like they come in our bodies and they see our reality. They see their own reality.
But they wouldn't actually hurt anyone, would they? I said, they're superheroes.
I mean, let's look at Loki. Let's look at Ave. You don't think they're not going to cause some mischief?
Oh, I would definitely cause some mischief. Wait, actually, who turns into Loki?
I don't know. I don't know if that's even going to happen that way, but it could. Someone else can end up randomly with Loki.
And I wouldn't be able to, control him like I normally would?
No, I mean, it seems like when someone's not possessed by them, every other Vita character sees them as their character, unless they're possessed and then it changes. The only time when they kind of see someone is when their Vita character is possessing someone else. Because I talked to Odin directly.
That's so weird, Raphael
Yeah.
says. Angie asks, does Grandpa know anything as to why this is happening?
I just told him the other day. He's looking into things.
So what are we supposed to do now?
I'm not sure. That's what I'm looking into. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of things going on. We have the silent plague. I mean, we found out who it is, but that's still something we have to deal with. We have the people who are going after you guys in Fares. This has something to do with Vita Loca. We think some people are trying to shake down his grandfather to sell his was it farm? Not farm.
It's a ranch.
And basically they're trying to get him to sell the ranch to expand Vita.
Angie starts absorbing. She looks over at Raph, and Raphael's just like, the only person in this house that I can look up to now is the serial killer. And Angie's like, focus, Raph, focus.
So that's kind of what's going on. So when you guys are home, can you activate your own personal golems and have them with you at all sides? I don't know what's going to happen.
You want us to go to school with the golems? People are gonna make fun of us.
The golems are cool. I spent a lot
Yeah.
of time on them.
Yeah, but it's like we can't even like defend ourselves in high school.
Well, yeah, but like these are gangsters. It's not bullies.
I don't think the administrators would allow them into the building.
Yeah, but what about when you get off? You never know.
No, really, Dad. I think that there are rules against anything that even remotely has like weapons coming into the school. I think we have metal detectors for a reason.
These golems are not weapon. I don't have weapons as a golem's like hiding his inside.
It's
Put a
concealed.
mustache and a hat on him. Walks through and it's like beep beep beep.
Then just be careful, or at least have the personal golems here when you're home.
I have just one more question, Dad.
Okay. Yes.
And then after that, can I leave?
Yes.
He walks over to the windows. He shows open the windows, and there's all those birds like right outside of the premises. What is going on with that? He says, pointing at the birds.
I don't know. I swatted them, and they keep coming back. I think it might have something to do with Abe. It seems like he talks to them.
Abe's doing this?
Maybe, I don't know.
Abe is
Talk to
in the
him.
Knave of Diamonds is doing this?
Well, yeah, he talks to birds.
I told you. She says, I told you somebody was messing with me, and I think it was Abe. He's trying to freak me out.
I mean, okay, don't go to him right now. Okay, he's dealing with a lot. Once he gets better, then you can go and really confront him.
The hell, I won't.
He-
Deal with him. Raph, you shouldn't be talking like that.
Well, look, he literally just found out his brother is cursing people, and then tried to bring him into the fold. And now they had a big family spat.
Why are we staying in this house again? Raph said.
It's safe.
We have somebody whose brother is cursing people. We
Yeah.
have the Chronergy killer.
Well, you're safe.
We are surrounded by something out of an Alfred Hitchcock movie. How is this place safe?
This place is very safe. It's just that when you put it in like that without context, it looks bad.
Mom told me that somebody broke into your house and stole stuff the other day.
I think I might know who that is.
Who?
Let's not get into that.
Oh, let me guess. It's probably a friend of one of our companions here that we trust so much.
Kind of, yes. But I don't think it has anything to do with. But I don't think they had anything to do with that person's breaking in. I think it was just a coincidence.
Coincidence?
Look, a lot of things just happen. Look, this place is safe. We have the golems, and we have the cops literally outside.
I have to go. Dad, no offense, but none of this craziness happens. None of this craziness happened when we were back home, away from here, living with Mom and Saz. So maybe we shouldn't even come back here in the first place.
No, the craziness just literally started. Everything was normal. Everything was as normal as the day you left it.
I don't know, Dad. I don't know. I don't know if I can trust you anymore. So I gotta go. And Roth's
Alright.
just gonna leave.
Just stay safe.
He's just gonna leave without
Yeah.
responding. And I think that Angie, she's just gonna shake her head and she's just gonna say, "You've got a mess to clean up, Dad."
I know. Just stay safe, okay?
I'll stay safe. And I'll start by going over and talking to your serial killer friend, she says as she walks out the door.
Love you guys. I'm just
Rest
slumping his
standing in
chair.
the door and goes, "You're Odin? Why didn't you tell me?" No.
What's Abe? I'm just curious what Abe is doing at the moment.
At the moment, he's sitting in his room and he's starting to type a message to Thomas, but he's constantly trying to reword what he's gonna say.
Sure.
And at some point, he deletes everything and just says, "Can you come over to Mr. Stoll's house?"
Okay. So you'll
Yeah.
message that
Yeah.
over to Thomas. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, that escalated quickly.
It had to happen, I'm sure.
Abe, what the hell, man?
Everyone's like, "You're Odin? We never knew."
I'd probably be like throwing stuff to the birds,
Like
leftover
what-
pastries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from
That-
cooking,
okay.
and just be like,
You definitely can do that. And the birds are just gonna multiply from there.
Oh no.
They'll probably be, instead of eyeing the kitchen, they'll just be eyeing whatever room you're in, hoping that you will shower them with more tasty treats.
I think maybe I don't hear all of it, but I pick up on bits and pieces. And as Raphael kind of storms out of the room, could I just be there?
Sure. Sure.
And I'm gonna make eye contact with him. Is he saying anything, or is he just storming off?
I think he's so livid that he wouldn't necessarily stop unless you stopped him. I don't think he would necessarily be paying attention to anyone at the moment. So up
As
to you.
he's storming off, I'm just gonna look at him and you know, my parents didn't even care enough to actually raise me. So at least he's trying.
He kind of just stops there, and then he like turns around and he just says, "You don't know our situation."
I don't. You're right. I heard some things about it, and frankly, to you, well, to Gabe, you guys are everything. I wish I had parents like that.
It's not that I hate him or anything, okay? It's just he just keeps messing up all the time. And after a while you can only just, you know, it just gets really, really annoying after a while.
Is it the same mistake?
He pauses and he says, "Not all the time."
Well, I'd get it if it was the same mistake over and over. That's not. It wouldn't be great if he was making the same mistake. But if it's, I mean, he doesn't know how to do this. He's kind of troubled and lost in himself and lost in his work. He doesn't know how to interact or respond. And he's definitely got some sort of anxiety or something about you guys. So, he's trying. Maybe just talk to him more instead of shutting him out.
My sister says that she wishes that he would just move on, find somebody else, because he's just stuck in his job. Like, at the end of the day, he pretty much chose his job over us. That's why we're in this mess. And then he thinks he can fix it by, again, using his job to hang out with us behind our backs. He's always hiding behind his job. Like, look at this place. Does he need this? He goes over and like points to all these random things that are probably like, I mean, he's a rich guy, so he has extra things. Like, does he need all this?
The bearskin rug and everything.
Right. Right. Exactly.
I mean, is this even his house, or did he inherit it from his father or something?
Out of character, I don't know that answer. What?
Uh,
What?
He
Did you buy this house or?
Yeah, he bought it for like the family. This was supposed to be the family because his dad lives in his dad lives in an apartment, and his dad never lived, like, moved out, because his family was never rich until his dad, and his dad was so hugged up on work that he didn't get a house. He just stayed in a very good apartment.
Says no, he bought it. He's got a nice job. He's got all this stuff. Really nice house. I guess he's probably not awful looking. So I don't get why he just doesn't. Why is he always hung up on our business instead of just going out there and trying to find his own happiness like we did?
Because you guys are his happiness. Love isn't romance. Romance is specifically just two or more people really finding and connecting with each other. But love is sacrifice for others. Love is wholesome. Love is... It's about making compromises, and it's hard. And I'll tell you, he's been taking more time from work here lately. He's actually getting friends like me, and oddly enough, I think even Cade. I think, yeah.
You think I don't know about love? I know about love, okay? And it sucks sometimes when you really, really deeply feel something for someone and you just... I don't even know you. I can't talk to you about this, he says. And he starts to like storm off again, looking even more frustrated. It feels like your insight says that you just touched a nerve that took this conversation, and it reminded him of something that sort of distracted him from whatever it is you were arguing about before. and now he has to go off and deal with that.
Oh, okay. Was the note... I shouldn't pry. I'm sorry.
Wait, did you just say note? What note? What note? You're just like the rest of them.
Look at me, okay?
No.
Do you...
You are a liar, just like all the rest of them. Like I said, the only person in this house that I can look up to now is the serial killer.
I haven't lied to you. I've been more truthful with you than a lot of other people, actually.
Then how did you know about the note?
Vita?
No. The note.
Yeah. I found it. You don't remember what happened? It was like oh, I know your secret now sort of thing. I didn't realize that was actually something.
Out of character, did he know that you were yellow?
I don't know. We look very, very similar.
You do look very similar.
It's
But I mean, it's
not
Raphael
that
we're talking
difficult.
about. We're
Yeah.
Raphael. This is Raphael we're talking
But
about.
does he have that facial recognition to recognize his father? Or so?
So we'll say, so you're yellow.
You didn't know that?
I figured you must have shown the letter to somebody else. Yellow did, I mean. But you're saying that you're yellow.
You didn't know that.
No, how was I supposed to know that? We're supposed to be completely different people in that world. That's the whole point.
What?
Why would you create a character that looks almost exactly like you? That doesn't make any sense. Of course, my dad just did that, I found out. What's the point?
It's not about a point or anything. It's about the fantasy of the thing, right? Like that's the whole point of like being a superhero. Like you're just normal when you're here, but over there you're super. You can talk to your kids. You can stand up to people. You can be cool or whatever.
if you want to do me any favors, stay out of my business and don't tell my dad about the note.
I can't promise the first one, but I won't tell your father if you don't want me to. I didn't actually realize that was a serious thing. I'm sorry.
Have you ever fallen in love with anyone?
Not romantic.
Then you can't help me.
Maybe you're wrong on that, but what do I know, right? I'm just someone who's really in touch with my own emotions, and I help people a lot. So I guess just enjoy your problem or whatever, right?
Right. And
Sometimes talking is all that you need. I'm gonna walk off.
he'll let you walk off, and he'll continue down the hall. He might pass by Abe's room, thinks for a moment, then decides to walk past him for now. I think Gabe told Angie, whatever you do, just be safe. And she says, "Oh, I'm going to go be safe. In fact, I'm going over to your serial killer friend right now to talk to him."
I'll be sharpening my Japanese knife.
Perfect.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Remember, Golem Zero, the little one that he's been working on, is right there watching everything.
You're just standing like in the corner behind the door, like when it opens. Oh,
Angie's
okay.
gonna walk over to your door and very politely just give it a tap.
Come in.
She'll open the door and yeah, she'll see you sharpening your knife.
My room's pretty messy. It's not the
Okay.
most well-kept room. It's a very teenager room.
She'll peek her head in and she'll say, "Hey, sorry if we were really loud in the other room, by the way."
Oh, that's okay. I'm used to listening in.
Can we talk for a little bit privately?
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
She looks down at the knife and she looks slightly nervous. Slightly nervous when she looks at the knife.
I will roll insight to see if I notice.
Sure.
I do not. I continue sharpening.
Okay. She'll come in, but she'll open the door a crack, not completely shut. And she's just gonna stay by the door, and she's gonna say, "So, hey, how's it going since, dinner?"
Yeah, it's going pretty good. I got this cool knife. I got a cool golem I'm working on. Things are looking up.
You got a golem?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm trying to make it work. Kind of show her my little Minotaur project. That's
She looks at the golem, and she says, "Did Dad give that to you?"
yeah.
How?
Yeah.
She-
Some pieces willfully, some not so much.
Wow, I didn't realize you and him. He normally doesn't trust people with that kind of stuff, at least not so quickly.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he is showing me too much trust. Just a bit.
She'll nod, and then her eyes will land on something on your bed, and she'll be like, "Oh, now that is adorable."
Right? Ave gave it to me recently. I never knew I liked Minotaurs, but lately, man, they're about all I can think of.
Does it have a name?
Yeah, it's named Bobo.
Bobo? The
Yeah,
Minotaur?
Bobo.
Can't say that I saw that coming. Okay,
It looks like a Bobo to me, at least.
I can see it. So, I guess we're hanging out here now. Dad's been telling me about some stuff that's been going down. People getting possessed, people
Mhm.
getting hit by curses.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And despite all that, I know that you and I still needed to chat about what we talked about in game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's talk.
Yeah. You took me off guard. I didn't know you knew who I was. And did you know that it would affect me in real life?
No, I didn't. And to give you a little bit more context, I actually didn't know that you were him, at least not for sure, which is why I gave Chrono that potion to begin with, because I figured either A, you wouldn't really think much of it and be on your merry little way, or B, you would react the way you did. And that
Very clever.
confirmed it for me.
Very, very clever.
Sometimes I get things right. So I didn't know for sure. And I'm sorry if it put you into a comfortable situation. And no, I didn't know that was actually going to affect you in real life.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess all I would say is that Chrono really liked Thor. So I don't know, kind of felt like a betrayal, but I suppose if it was nearly accidental, then I don't know. We all make mistakes, I guess.
Would it make you feel better if I woke up this morning with a severe rash? Parts of my blanket have patches of purple on it. I'm
A little
allergic
bit.
to purple.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
So I guess it's probably not completely, we're not completely even, but
To be fair, it hasn't hurt me yet.
well, that's a good thing, I
Yeah.
guess. So I guess don't go, I don't know, don't trip my dad or anything, and you'll probably be okay.
Yeah. Stub his toe and I'm gonna be like, ow! But speaking of your dad, how are things going with him?
He dropped a big bomb on us, I have to say. Poor Raph. He didn't really see it coming. I at least had some warning.
Yeah.
But I just hate that he lied to us, really. It's almost like he was, I don't know. He says he wants to hang out with us, but he just went about it the wrong way, and I just can't see past it right now. Raph feels more passionate about it than I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When I think about your dad, I think about a straight arrow. A lot of times that, he's just always gonna do. He believes he knows what's best a lot of times, and he's gonna do what he thinks best every single time. And you can disagree with what he thinks is best, but that's not even gonna mean anything to him because he thinks it's best. And that can be frustrating, especially for someone like me who, there are other options than just calling the cops, but for him, that is option numero uno. But I've learned recently that it's reliable. There's something really nice about having someone who's going to be consistent. And I guess all I'm saying is that he's a pain in my ass, but he loves you. And he's always putting you first. To the detriment of me, by the way, just so you know.
You found out all that just from however long you've been living with him?
Oh yeah, he was a pain on the ass from day one. Oh yeah.
I don't mean that. I mean us, like how he actually feels about us.
Dude, you haven't, again, day one stuff we're talking about here, that he's always thinking about you guys. He's always talking about you guys. He's always making decisions based on whether or not he thinks it's best for you guys, including being willing to kick me out. Didn't work out for him, but